So Unreal Engine 5, the toolset that many developers use to build games with high-end graphics, has been the talk of the town for a few years now. So today, we want to highlight 20 game remakes that look awesome in Unreal Engine 5. Now, keep in mind, here we've got a lot of games. We've got your typical big AAA remakes, but, also some cooler, independently made stuff. We're talking fan recreations, artist pre-renders, student projects, and more cool stuff. If you want to check any of this out, anything we talk about, they're all linked in the description down below. But like I said, we got a lot of games, we got 20, so let's get started off with number 20. We're starting simple with a bit of a throwback. This is Need for Speed Most Wanted in Unreal Engine 5. This is technically a video render, but it's from a specific race in the game, and they've really got all the feel here. This is from Epsonolite on YouTube. It specifically highlights a really stylish cutscene from the game, a really flashy VW GTI, and like the color, the lighting, everything just really looks good here. The UI, everything is like you remember, but the creator here in their description did really talk about going to great lengths to recreate the lighting, the visual filters, all that stuff. I'd say, and of anything though, like the environment looks great, the lighting looks great, but the cars themselves look very realistic. The GTI, like I mentioned, but also the Chevy Cobalt, that's a car you just see around in real life, so seeing it here, it looks incredibly, almost eerily accurate. This is definitely a nostalgia play. I know a lot of people out there really like 2005's original Need for Speed Most Wanted. This is just a cool little peek at it. Next, over at number 19, we've talked about this in other videos like the Friday News Show, but check out these Skyrim cities rebuilt in Unreal Engine 5. This comes from Leo Torres, who has a whole YouTube channel highlighting these. And essentially what he's been doing is using the tools behind Unreal Engine 5 to build out like lore-accurate cities from Skyrim. Essentially, blowing them out and making them way bigger and way more detailed, making them visually look like real people live there. Even if this isn't like a playable game, these representations of cities like Markarth, the incredibly massive Solitude, and a few more just look really damn good. Skyrim has been ported to every platform, it's been modded to hell, people have done incredible things with it, but I don't think you've really ever seen anything quite like this. This is nuts. Next, over at number 18, we have Ocarina of Time. The original Legend of Zelda Nintendo 64 classic has gotten some really cool, essentially Unreal Engine 5 video sequences, highlighting a complete reimagining of parts of the game. YouTube user RowanLink, if I'm saying that right, has done a lot of cool stuff like highlighting Zora's domain, but this one featuring Kokiri Forest is really cool. It's got expressive, bright characters, detailed lands, all these places you've walked around a million times before. They just look really freaking stunning here with detailed levels of grasses, plants, foliage, particle effects. Navi and her sparkles look incredible. So while yes, this is another one that isn't like a completely playable game, it's more of a project, the sense of scale here and the level of detail is so cool. I feel like these go viral every once in a while because people just really want a Zelda game like this. Will we ever get one? I don't know for sure, but at the very least for now, you can look at cool fan-made recreations like this. Next, over at number 17, we have Attack on Titan. A lot of you guys are probably a fan of this anime or the manga, and what we have here is from Munir TY on YouTube, who has an incredible recreation of the world of Attack on Titan. You get to see a lot of it in really good Unreal Engine graphical glory. The walls, the interior city, all the different layers to that, but outside the walls as well, we got some stuff. But what's interesting about this video, for those of you willing to learn a little bit more about how games are made and how Unreal Engine actually works, Munir TY actually put out a great video detailing how he actually did it. It's 20 minutes, it's really well explained, and it's very interesting if you want to check it out. But I like that it just goes to show that this stuff is not easy. You will face setbacks, especially if you're just a budding early developer. Still, I really like just seeing everything on display here. The amount of buildings inside the city is so cool. It definitely feels like a city too big for an actual video game. Like it would just be agonizing to search all these buildings, but still, the sense of scale can be really impressive. Now, next over at number 16, we have Project Lambda. Now, of course, you probably know Half-Life has had a remake already, but this is the Black Mesa facility, technically running in Unreal Engine 4. I know we're cheating with this one, but we thought it was really cool and you guys would want to see it. I mean, look at this. So it's basically the whole intro opening to Half-Life. It's iconic now. You're sitting on the tram. You get to see this incredible research facility, all the labs, all the people working, and here, you know, seemingly running kind of in real time, you get to look around and just see everything in beautiful high definition glory with some incredible lighting, detailed characters. And I know we've played Black Mesa, like we've played the remake, but this still is on a completely different level. I didn't think this would surprise me when I clicked on it, but it did. Next over at number 15, we have Unreal Engine 5, like the Superman demo. This is another notorious one. You've probably seen it go viral places. This is Superman essentially flying around the Matrix Unreal Engine 5 like tech demo graphics thing. So what it shows here is how impressive that like Superman can fly around pretty fast and this high definition, high quality world can still load in. It is not really a game you're like kind of barely flying around as Superman. There's not much to it, but it just gives you a glimpse of what we could have. We haven't had a good Superman game in so long, and this Superman like tech demo thing went viral for a reason. Since then, people have taken this and put their own characters into the Matrix City and done their own things, but the Superman demo really was the one that blew the doors open for this type of stuff, this type of thinking. I still think about the fact that Rocksteady like could have given us a Superman game. Maybe at some point we will, I don't know, but for now we have this pretty shiny object to look at. Next over at number 14, here's something really creative. This was uploaded to YouTube from Shen Jia, if I'm saying that right. This is Elden Ring stylized in Unreal Engine 5. This is just like a recreation of the opening areas of Elden Ring, but in a kind of cool, bit more cartoony art style. It reminds me of something like the world in Immortals Phoenix Rising. Do you remember that? Nobody played that, but it was really good. This is kind of like just a fun, kind of cartoony look at Elden Ring that really hits for me. The locations look great, they're really gorgeously detailed in cool new fun ways, but everything kind of looks where it should be, so you see it and you instantly know what it is if you've played the game. This is just really interesting. One of the more unique things on our list. It's another one where you're looking through it. You're not essentially playing the game or anything like that, but it's just a fun artist recreation, and that's worth celebrating. Now, next over at number 13, we have Dark Souls 3 ported to Unreal Engine 5 via John XOR, if that's how it's said. So this looks absolutely gorgeous. You know, if you squint, it looks the same, but once you start really looking at some of the lighting, the atmospheric effects, the way the foliage works, it's looking pretty good, man. I think the lighting is what really makes a difference. The real-time shadows, the shadow that the player character casts, some of the reflections on the water around that first like opening boss fight with the bonfire. So you don't get to see the boss fight or the combat here. I guess they're not that far along, but you do get to see the gorgeous opening areas. I also really like Dark Souls 3. I think it's my favorite of the three. I don't know if that's blasphemy, but that's a whole other video. From the candlelit caverns to like the sunny windswept cliffs, this is just really cool to see. I know Dark Souls fans often say like it's not about the graphics, it's about the gameplay, and I totally get that, but this is pretty. Next over at number 12, believe it or not, we got another Need for Speed fan recreation. This is from one of the big ones, Need for Speed Underground 2. There's a lot of nostalgia for this incredible game, and YouTube channel Teaser Play essentially made like a really fun kind of showcase, kind of concept trailer of Need for Speed Underground 2 in Unreal Engine 5 with all the bells and whistles, nanite, ray tracing, lumen, so all the crazy lighting, all the sparkly stuff, all the ultra reflective cars. The detail here is absolutely incredible. I think importantly, they nailed the feel of Underground 2, a game I played quite a bit. There's something distinct to it. So to bring it over to a big, flashy, shiny new game engine, that could have been lost in translation, but I think they did a really good job with this one. Next over at number 11, this one's awesome. This is via Mika Olsen on YouTube, who was doing something like Leo Torres with the Skyrim cities. This is Morrowind's open area, Seda Need. This is on an Unreal Engine 5, and it looks awesome. Again, it doesn't seem like a playable, explorable area, but it is absolutely gorgeous. Those strange buildings are recreated perfectly here. The Silt Strider in the background, the dock, all the stuff you remember if you're an old head like me when you played Morrowind back in the day. it all really hits here. This is kind of like how you imagined it in your head, and I think that is an accomplishment more than anything. Another part is I think the fact that like they also included the original music in these graphical showcase videos. That goes a long way with me because the musicals are incredible here, but either way, just seeing the visuals and seeing Say to Need here, it just makes me want to replay Morrowind. So I'll say job well done. Now at number 10, check this out. This is a fun project, kind of like a fan inspiration of what The Witcher 4 should look like. So while yes, this isn't a recreation of a game in Unreal Engine 5 per se, it's kind of a replication of The Witcher 3's feel, but in Unreal Engine 5 with some incredible environment design. And like, yes, the visuals, all that is really good, but it's really the atmosphere. It's less about like the high quality detail, fidelity, stuff like that, and more about just how the light bounces off the gravestones, how the foggy moonlit skies seep through the trees, the gentle leaves falling through the graveyard into small puddles. That's what they really got here, and it's just something that you can picture Geralt walking through hunting a vampire or some other weird creature. This is via Digital Dreams on YouTube. We've actually talked about this in a Friday news show at some point, but still, even going back to it now, it's absolutely stunning. Their video title is This is How The Witcher 4 Should Look, and we agree. It's not always about graphics. We really just like The Witcher stories, but hell, if it does look like this, that would be a pretty cool bonus. Next, over at number 9, an obvious one, the Silent Hill 2 remake. Like I said, we had some bigger games to talk about on this list, and this is Silent Hill 2, but now in Unreal Engine 5. Granted, it is a full from-the-ground remake, so there are some little differences here and there. Obviously, the camera angle is different, the gameplay feel is different, but visually, the game looks really damn good, despite some stuttering issues on PS5. It is on Unreal Engine 5 after all, but seeing the town of Silent Hill shrouded in fog, James walking through it for the first time, really makes you believe. And by that I mean it makes you believe that, like, yeah, okay, this game deserved to be remade. It's really cool here. We did review it, we have covered it, we were skeptical of it before release, but if you haven't checked it out, maybe you should. Now at number 8, we have another Unreal Engine game, it's Halo. So they're not remaking Halo in Unreal Engine 5, but the next Halo is going to be Unreal Engine 5. They announced that. Microsoft kind of tweaked, reformed 343 into Halo Studios. Apparently they're working on multiple Unreal-powered projects in the Halo universe. That's all in development. We don't know a lot, and at this point, I gotta see it to believe it, but still, there's potentially some Halo stuff in Unreal Engine 5. And in terms of like the remake part, it is that little glimpse of a demo. It kind of looks like to me like the original Halo, but just built up with Unreal Engine 5 tech, nanite lumen, the trees, the visuals, the lighting, everything is absolutely incredible. Master Chief looks a little squatty, but otherwise he looks pretty good. It's probably going to be a while before we see anything more than this, but we're willing to wait if they can really get Halo right. Next, over at number 7, we have Dino Crisis Rebirth. If you've been waiting for Capcom to remake Dino Crisis, it just feels like they're never gonna do it. Well, you have this, Dino Crisis Rebirth. It's a new project by a solo developer. It's technically Unreal Engine 4, but we're gonna let it slide because there's a lot heaped onto this thing. And visually, it looks pretty awesome. It looks like a modern Dino Crisis game, the thing that people have been asking for so long. It's got over-the-shoulder third-person shooting gameplay, and it's got some pretty slick, stylish visuals. Now, keep in mind, it is being made by one person, but it's a real playable thing. YouTube channel Enfant Terrible, I'm sorry I'm mispronouncing that so bad, French is not my forte, but they uploaded a playthrough of this early demo, and it does look really cool. I don't know if we'll ever exactly get back to the glory days of Dino Crisis. I don't really think Capcom is interested in bringing it back anytime soon, but maybe they see this and maybe they'll think about it. I don't know. Next, over at number 6, we have The Simpsons Hit and Run, remade in Unreal Engine 5 by YouTuber Rubes. This is really cool to see because a lot of us have nostalgia for this one. It was the Simpsons open world game inspired by Grand Theft Auto. You could explore Springfield, hop in cars, drive around, cause chaos, play as your favorite characters. There's a lot of love for this one. So Rubes did a video called How I Remade The Simpsons Hit and Run in a Week. And it's pretty awesome, it's pretty informative to see the process, and damn if the game doesn't look good. I know it's not perfect, it's definitely got its flaws, but it's bright, it's crisp, it's got some cool lighting, and it's pretty close to what you would expect a Simpsons Hit and Run remake to kind of look like. Either way, these games are something else, man. You just had to be there. I really want to replay this now after watching this. Now over at number 5, we have another big one. It's Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Now at the time of making this video, the game doesn't have a release date yet, but it does look like it's pretty far along, and we've seen quite a bit of gameplay trailers now, and as a Metal Gear snob, someone who is very protective of these games, I think this remake looks like it's gonna do alright. It seems like it might be faithful, the visuals are completely gorgeous, totally overhauled, but all that gameplay is apparently intact. There's gonna be different options of how to play and how old school you want it to feel, but either way, I think the visuals here really are pretty stunning. I miss some of the color palette of the original. Some of that mood and atmosphere is always going to be lost in modern remakes, but the character models look downright incredible. Eva, Ocelot, Snake, you name it, they really, really look good, and to me, that's worth remaking a game. Seeing these characters look larger than life is cool, and I have some hope for this game. Now at number 4, we have Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2. This is a solo indie development project by Ruppertal, if I'm saying that right, and this is awesome. They've remade, seemingly from the ground up, like a couple of official levels from the original game, new character models, new lighting, all that stuff, and it's playable. You can actually jump in and check it out. These games were incredible at the time, both third-person and first-person action. There really was nothing like this. When Star Wars games really cooked back in the day, they cooked. So seeing someone do a Dark Forces 2 Unreal Engine remake just warms my heart. I mean, look on screen here. The side-by-side comparisons are very impressive. Some games don't age too well, and I would say Dark Forces definitely was showing some issues. So it's cool to see some people giving it the love it deserves. Now down at number 3, we're bringing it back to Leo Torres with more cities from the Elder Scrolls series. This time it's Oblivion. Like he did with Skyrim, essentially the approach is the same here, tackling the cities. So Leo Torres has a bunch of videos highlighting the Imperial City from Oblivion, remade in Unreal Engine 5, and it looks incredible. The Imperial City was always like a sight to behold in these games, but he made it absolutely massive and detailed. Again, going for a bit more of like a lore accurate thing where the city actually feels big and actually feels like a bunch of people live there. It's gorgeous, the surrounding lands are gorgeous. Oblivion, at the time, was one of the most beautiful games ever made. Some would argue it hasn't aged well, but either way, this is the way to do it. This looks so freaking cool. I'm sorry, I'm just like reacting in real time as I'm watching this video. Now over at number 2, we have all the modern Arkham games like on modern platforms, right? You can access Arkham City, Arkham Asylum, all that, but everybody forgets about Arkham Origins. There's no real good way to play like a fresh and cleaned up version of Arkham Origins, so YouTube user RRE36 has worked on that. Now, you see here, this is still a work in progress, but he's uploaded some pretty cool test videos to check out, like different Batman character models, some levels and encounters and menus from Arkham Origins, really just giving it the love it deserves. It's the underrated one, it's the Dark Horse one in the Arkham series, but it is no less awesome. Plus, on their channel, they have gone way beyond Arkham Origins. They've remade a bunch of cool Batman assets and stuff, and they're just generally having fun, so check it out. Now, down at number 1, after my own heart, a remake of Tony Hawk's Underground. One of my favorite games ever. It was like the first Tony Hawk to really add a good sense of story and adventure to the incredible gameplay, and so Mitch Makes Games, about a year ago, remade Tony Hawk's Underground in Unreal Engine 5 and made a really cool video about it, essentially breaking down the process and showing him recreating the original level from the game, the New Jersey map. It's a really, really good Tony Hawk map in general, so to see someone remake it with fancy lighting and better, sharper visuals is cool to see. The classic Tony Hawk community is surprisingly vibrant, way more than you'd expect. I've been checking them out for years. I love it, and I just really, really like seeing Tony Hawk's Underground getting the love it deserves, you know? But hey, those are 20 games remade in Unreal Engine 5 that look pretty insane, one way or the other. Whether it's like some from scratch fan projects, some little messy pre-rendered videos, or something flashy, or just a big AAA remake. There was a bunch of stuff we talked about today, so I want to know what you're thinking in the comments, what you enjoyed the most. Obviously, we couldn't cover all remakes and stuff in this video, so if you have any more cool ones, let us know. If you like this video and you like talking games with us every single day, clicking the like button's all you gotta do. It really helps us out. And if you're new, consider subscribing, because we put out videos every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.